What's up, guys? Ziggy here with Faltacunlimited. Again, it's midnight, and actually it's about quarter after, and we're doing a Glock 40 with a Tlr9. Now, as far as a blue gun goes for a folding tool, I don't have the Glock 40, I have the Glock 2021. Same thing, the 40 is like 1.5 inches longer or something like that. But anyways, it's they're both 10 millimeters, and it's literally the same frame, just a longer slide. Don't have to worry about it, so I'm not going to invest in that, but this is going to be perfectly fine the way it is. So I already have our brand new, just came in the mail today or yesterday, something like that. Actually today while I was plowing. And as you can see, I already drilled it, cleaned it, everything is all set. And I went ahead, and this wasn't that deep, so I went ahead, I dremeled it out a little bit more, put in a couple holes, and this is what we're gonna do. Now, I just ordered, like I said, I ordered like 25 Palehorse molds, and I ordered them without trim jigs, which is the white Millennium Falcon or whatever. I don't do Star Wars or Star Trek. I don't even know what the hell it is. But anyways, those trim jigs right there, I didn't order them with it. That way I could get more, which means I could push more holsters out so I can get caught up. So that was my plan. I went ahead and I dropped a ton of money, and I ordered a whole bunch more molds so I can go ahead and get more orders out that have been sitting, because the vac press takes, or the foam press takes way too long. Or at least slows it down. This right here is a fraction, so I ended up having 3 orders for this particular setup, so which is why I just went ahead and bought it. And yeah, so that's what I'm pretty much going to do from now on. I'm just going to keep ordering molds and getting them in. So, but anyways, black right-handed QLS system, no hood, which is good. This flashlight is massive, so this thing is gonna, it's just, yeah, we're gonna be good. So let me show you what I do real quick when I don't have a trim jig. So when I don't have a trim jig, I'll take that firearm with the accessories and everything on it, I'll line it up. In this case, obviously going to line it up with the flashlight. Then I'm going to take this and I'll mark where the slide ends. I'm going to mark right here where the grip is, and I'm going to mark where the trigger guard, where your finger would go, and then generally where he has this mark, that's where the ejection port goes. So right around there. So this way I know when I'm setting my blocking for certain rigs where they're gonna go and whatnot. There, no big deal. So I know my end of the slide's here. That's where your thumb goes, and then bam, where the trigger is. So the reason why I did that is so I can go ahead and take my blocking, because this is going to be a QLS fork, and this is going to go right there. Look at that. I don't even have to add anything. I'm just going to go ahead and tape that down, and this is going to be perfect. Let me move it over, get it. Yep, let's go up a little bit. Yeah, right there. All right, so then eventually, so let's say I get another order or two, then I will order the trim jig. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's my game plan for this year, is to do a lot more vac forming. So I'm just going to hold it down at 2 points. And puncture that. That way I could get the dimples of where I need to go. Cool. So then, yeah, let's put that in there. For large stuff, I've been putting 2 screens down. That way it suspends it in the air a little bit more. I'm going to get this frame a little bit better. I need to get a new frame, but this works for now. We got our black in there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I'm going to let that sit in there for a little long too. Oh my god, the tape marks. The horror. That looks really good. digging it. Alright guys, it is the next day. It finally stopped snowing. Now when I mean it stopped snowing, it stopped, but we have another 14 plus inches coming tonight of the same white heavy crap. So it's supposed to start around 2. It's 10 o'clock now because I just roof raked my house, my chicken shed and all that stuff. So yeah, but we are going to continue this Glock 40 with Tlr9. Just look at that mold, it came out beautiful. But we're going to go ahead and drill it. And again, I'm showing you how to do a Palehorse mold without the trim jig. It's not rocket science, but it's the easiest. I've seen it. Again, if you don't buy the trim jig, it's going to save you $100 to $110 per trim jig, which gives you the availability to purchase more molds, which is my last batch of 20-something molds. That's what I did at $110 a piece, or $100 to $110. We did this. So, and again, I added this blocking with some tape, and we're just going to go ahead, drill it, cut it, and I'm going to show you how to fold it, and we'll just get there. All right, drilled, and what I'm going to do now, I don't need to show you just because it's kind of boring, but just cut around the circumference. So pretty much where the retention plate is, just cut around there. Don't cut the edges, just cut that line right around. You can go as close as you want, but me, I literally just cut around the outside edge, and then I'm going to fold it, but I'll show you what to do prior to that. Now at this point, you're going to be left with this. Next step is you're going to cut where the RMR will be. Reason being, it's going to be hard to fold this and have an accurate fold, so just cut right here. As you can see, it's cut. We're good to go. And now I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to blow it out. Before I fold it, I'm going to go ahead and do these slots real quick, and then we are going to fold it on a Gen 4 blue gun with the Tlr9. So, and then all it is QLS and retention points after we trim it, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead, drill those, fold it, and I'll be right back. And for those of you who guessed that I got a 3D printer, technically you're right, but I got it over a year ago, and it's currently on, and I'm currently printing this. So I offer, if you can see that, there it is. I offer TLR7 Hellcat keys. So if you're rocking a Hellcat with the TLR7 and you need a rail key, I make those, and I think someone just found out that I had them on my website because in the past 2 weeks I've sold like 15, 20 of them, which like, you know, last year I did like 2. So, but anyways, yeah, so on my website I do offer the Hellcat TLR7 key if you guys need it, but gonna fold. And once we get to this point right here, you notice it's still, I mean, it kind of looks good, but yeah, you can't do that because you cannot get a good purchase at all. We're going to go ahead and trace out where we want it, just like if it was a folded shell on foam. And really, this part is easy. There we go. Now it's sitting all the way. All right, so what I'm going to do is, obviously we know it ends here. Yay. And we're going to go down here. Now, in the Palehorse molds, the way he designs it is this edge right here is pretty much where the MRD stops. So we're going to go just like that, or at least where the ejection point is. So we don't want to go directly to the edge because your thumb is going to hit it when you go to do it. So we're going to go like probably an 1/8 inch up. And then we'll come out, line it up like we would on a pressed foam, figure out where the trigger guard is, and then we'll go ahead and line those up and connect them with the straightest line you possibly can without using a contour gauge. And just go straight down, and then I come back over here, and I like to move on contact points, so or not contact points, but body lines. So if this is right here, we're going to start going down like that and kind of end to where the flashlight is, and then we'll go over. You, as the maker, can design it any way you want, but that is how I'm going to do it, and that's how I'm going to cut it. So, BRB, yo. And here we have it, all cut, ready to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to shave this down. So I like to go a little bit higher than that, and I will cut it. I'm going to cut it right there. I'm going to go ahead, sand it, make everything, you can see kind of wiggly right here. We're going to make it flat all the way around and make it pretty, add the hardware, and ship it away. Right now the holster is clean, ready to go. We have sanded the edges, cleaned everything up. The only thing we have left to do is pretty much wipe it down. And that's just going to get the shot marks off of it, the pencil marks, and just all the crap from building it. And of course I spray it inside as well, and or wipe inside, and then I blow it off with compressed air. But we are going to go ahead and get it. I have everything all said and done. These are 1/2-inch threaded posts. These are .436. It's the closest knife kits had to, and Holstersmith had to 1/2-inch, but I believe they have 1/2-inch now. But anyways, I'll install these before I put in the retention screws, because it's a lot easier. Then at this point, let's go ahead and do the retention. So that's 1/4-inch, 1/4-inch, and again 1/4-inch, 1/4-inch, and these are .4375. And what I found with Palehorse is the combination that I have, the retention is pretty good if you have it almost flush. So let's check this out. Oh yeah. Now again, I don't remember if I showed you in the beginning of the video, but I'll say it again. I carved out a little bit more right there, and there's a slight indent right here for retention. Now that carving a little bit more helped out dramatically because it wasn't a lot. So that feels really good. And I'm going to go ahead and swap out my bits to our hex bit. And let's get the QLS on here. Let's square it up. And there we are, the Glock 40 and a Tlr9. That's a beautiful thing. One thing to remember, I don't remember if they have a Glock 41, but a 41 is also popular. The Glock 40 and 41 are the same dimensionally, thickness-wise. Length is a little bit different. The Glock 41 is just a hair smaller than the Glock 40. So I'll be using the same mold if you someone orders a Glock 41, but there we go, right there. And as always, thank you guys for watching this episode. This came out beautiful. So again, you don't always have to have a Palehorse trim jig to go with your Palehorse. You can make it yourself for pennies on the dollar, or you can just go ahead and do it pretty much freehand and don't have to worry about spending that extra $100, $110. So like I said, the latest molds I got in allows me to do it quickly and accurately, and just like foam press, I can go ahead and cut it as I please. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, anything you guys want to do, and I will see you on the next one. And don't forget, huge thank you to Holstersmith and KnifeKits.com. Without them, none of this would be possible, and I will see you on the next one.